Be humble. Sit down. 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 Who that thinking that he frontin' on that man? Get the off my stage, I'm the Sandman. Get the off my, that ain't right. I make a play blowing up your whole life. I'm so sick and tired of the Photoshop. Show me something natural like Afro with your pride. Show me something natural, I wanna feel some stretch marks. Still it take you down right on your mama couch in polo socks. Hey, this is way too crazy. Hey, you do not amaze me. Hey, I blew cool from ACA. Obama just page me. Hey, I don't fabricate it. Hey, most of y'all be faking. Hey, I stay modest about it. Hey, she elaborated. Hey, this that great poop on that AV on that TED talk. Hey, watch my soul speak. You let the meds talk. Hey, if I kill it, it won't be the alcohol. Hey, I'm the realest, after all. Tell 'em be humble. Sit down. Be humble. Sit down. Be humble. Tell 'em sit down. Be humble. 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 Sit down.
Look, I just flipped the switch. Flip. I don't know nobody else that's doing this. Body start to drop, ayy, hit the floor. Now they wanna know me since I hit the top, ayy. This a rolling, not a stopwatch. Don't never stop. This the flow that got the block hot, got super hot. Ayy, give me my respect, give me my respect. I just took it left like on ambidex. I moved through London with the Euro steps. Got a sneaker deal and I ain't break a sweat. Catch me 'cause I'm gone, out of there I'm gone. How I go from 6 to 23 like I'm LeBron. Serving up a pack, serving up a pack. Pulling gimmicks 'cause they scared to rap. Ay. Funny how they shook, ay, got me shook. Pulling back the curtain by myself, take a look. Ay. I'm a bar spitter, I'm a hard hitter. Yeah, I'm light skinned, but I'm still a dart. I'm a wig splitter, I'm a tall figure. I'm a unforgiving wild dog. Something wrong with him, got him all bitter. I'm a bill printer, I'm a grave digger. Yeah, I am what I am. I don't have no time for no misunderstandings again. It's a rolling, not a stopwatch. Don't never stop. Future took the business and ran it for me. I let Ollie take the aisle, told him brand it for me. I get 2 million a pop and that's standard for me. Like I went blind, dog, you gotta hand it to me. Gotta give me that, dog. Prayed, then I prayed again, baby, man, Lord. Had a moment, but it came and went. They don't let you know. You don't wanna play with him, no. There'll be money you like 8 a.m. Pinky ring till I get a wedding ring. Whoa, yeah. Love my brothers, cut them in on anything. And you know it's King Slime, Drizzy, damn. Whoa, yeah. She just said I'm bad, I hit the thizzle dance, Mac Drake. Either hand is the upper hand. Whoa, yeah. Got a bubble on my other hand. Whoa, yeah. Ain't no 100 bands, no. Palace look like Buckingham. Bill so big, I call him Williams for real. Reasons to go crazy, got $1 trillion for real. They been trying me, but I'm resilient for real. I can't go in public like civilian for real. And I hardly take offense. Money for revenge, man, that's hardly an expense. I'll Heyman checks off of all of my events. I like all the profit, man, I hardly do percents. A big part of me resents that I knew from when I started in it. They see what I got and man, it's hard to be content. Got going on, I gotta represent. Hey. It's a rolling, not a stopwatch. Don't never stop. the flow that got the block hot. That's super.
Hey, Mr. White Dog, you heard me? Fox a million. This would be the remix. Bad, savage life. Fox a million. Man, you already know what it is, you heard me? We still riding on chrome. We still pulling up. Man, look, hey, I pull up at the club, VIP, gas tank on E, but all drinks on me. Wipe it out. Fresh kicks, fresh white tall tee, fresh NFL hat, fresh bows with the grease. Wipe it out. Wanna hit me with the heat, real recognize, real, don't speak. Wipe it out. Chicken laden, I've been rolling about a week. You can tell I got cake by the diamonds in my teeth. Wipe it out. Black shades, so you know when rolling, they ain't check me at the door, so ain't no telling what I'm holding. Wipe it out. Bad, they gon' bust it wide open. Flashing in the gray, but I'm in, they approaching. Wipe it out. Small, tall figures, y'all crawl. We gon' get and dog. Wipe it out. Y'all call, put my all killer, get your issue, and whoever fall with. Cause I'm on. Wipe it out. 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 Cause I'm on. BOOSIEBADATT, that's me. Wipe it out. Red bone caramels all on, stop and stare all on, trying to steal my underwear. Wipe it out. I like the flow like Rick Ross, got a hiccup, set it off. When I sang it, everybody set it off. Wipe it out. Black meat, damn on, play with me, I bust your dome. 8 whips on chrome, you can go. Wipe it out. Fresh face, fresh J's on the corner playing spades. I'm an ordinary person, but a pain. Wipe it out. Fox flipping, wet and smoking, and we choking off a whole pound of purple, famous like the Ninja Turtle. Wipe it out. Just left New York City, hooked up with P. Diddy finna blow past 50, you gon' have. Wipe it out. We the best, I'm a fool, I'm the Hemi man. Red light, green light, yellow light. Get it, man. Cause I'm on. Wipe it out. 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 Cause I'm on.
Patty Melts and Monte Carlos and El Dorado. So I'm waking up out of my slumber feeling like Rollo. So follow, it's showtime at the Apollo minus the Kiki Shepherds. With a bada with a leopard print. Teddy, Pendergrass, cooler than Freddie Jackson, sipping a milkshake in a snowstorm. Left I throw warm in the dorm room at the AU. We blew hay to athletes might cake you, but you must have me mistaken with them statements that you make,
Support for KQED Live comes from...
We are change makers.
An ambitious vision to boost medical advances at 50% less cost to society.
Forging life-altering scientific breakthroughs.
Genentech promises to leave no patient behind.
Our focus is even greater than medicine.
Working to eliminate racial bias in clinical trials and STEM education.
To solve the world's most complex healthcare challenges and to improve the lives of all patients.
Hello, everybody. Oh, I know you got more energy than that. Come on now. Welcome, everyone, to the second Teen Poetry Slam Prelims. Woo! My name is Nairobi Willis Barnes, and I am Oakland's 12th Youth Poet Laureate. And I am also Youth Speed's 2025 Poetry Coalition Fellow. Yes, and I am here to welcome you to the space. So can we please give it up really quick for KQED? Thank you for bringing us into the building, KQED. And I'd also like to give some other acknowledgements. Can I give some out, please? Can I give some out? Is the crowd ready for acknowledgements? I don't think so. It doesn't sound like it. Okay, how about this? Can I give it up to the poets in the room? Okay. Can I give it up to the educators? To the organizers? Yeah. Can I give it up to the teachers? How about the students? Students? Yeah? Okay. Can I give it up to all the Bay Area natives? San Francisco, where you at in the building? Oh, okay. Y'all lukewarm. Oakland, Oaktown, nickel and dime. Sorry, we always gonna take y'all. Everyone else in the Bay, give it up for you. We got about 2 cities, then the rest of y'all come on in. Yep, but can we also give it up for our host this evening, Brandon? Stand up. Can we give it up for our DJ Black Woman in the building? Thank you. Now, one more round of applause for KQED and also their production staff. Our production staff, please give it up. They're working hard, very hard tonight. And I really want to acknowledge all the new people, all the fresh faces in the building, and all the people who I've seen before. I see y'all. Shout out to y'all. Thank you guys for coming. It's gonna be a really, really great night. But before I jump into that, can I do a quick land acknowledgement, please? So, as the indigenous stewards of this land, and in accordance with their traditions, the Ramaytush Ohlone people have never ceded, lost, nor forgotten their responsibilities as the caretakers of this place. As well as for all the people who reside in their traditional territory, as guests, we recognize that we benefit from living and working on their traditional homeland. We wish to pay our respects by acknowledging the ancestors, elders, and relatives of the Ramaytush community by affirming their sovereign rights as First Peoples. Thank you. You can give a round of applause. I'd also like to give a statement for Black labor. We also recognize that stolen labor is at the foundation of this nation and its vast and inequitable wealth. We recognize the power, resilience, and resistance of all enslaved African people whose labor built the nation that refused to recognize them as human. We recognize that our economy continues to rely on the exploited labor of incarcerated and undocumented people. We acknowledge the debt owed, we mourn the lives exploited and the lives lost, and we commit to fight and resist white supremacy wherever it appears. Lastly, at a time where federal powers are increasing racist, systematic practices targeting immigrant communities, we want to emphasize the importance of protecting and supporting our community members. We affirm that this is a space whose priority is to make sure all attendees feel supported, protected, and educated on their rights. La Peña is a sanctuary who commits to keeping ICE and law enforcement outside. The power of migration is a human right. We also affirm that today is a nationwide strike against ICE. You stand in solidarity with all of our sisters in the movement and in the fight, and the power of youth voice in this moment is critical. Feel empowered and help them feel empowered. Thank you. Now, before we go any further, let me kick it off to my boss and the one who runs this show, Darius. Can I get him in?
Showed up. Showed up. What it do? Yeah.
What's up, everybody? When I say youth, you say speaks. Youth? Youth? What's up? Are y'all feeling comfortable? Y'all feeling good? Y'all looking good? Y'all feeling as good as you look? I hope y'all not feeling as good as you sound. Let me get a loud round of applause. Yeah. Okay, my name is Taylor. I'm gonna give y'all some quick housekeepings and we'll get this show on the road. Can I hear a vroom? Can I have a vroom? Okay, so you guys are in for a very special treat today. You Speaks, as you know, creates spaces that challenge youth to develop and amplify your voices as you create societal change. We have a lot of young people in this house tonight. Raise your hand if you know that your voice is the voice that will change the world. See, if you don't know now, you're gonna know by 9 o'clock. All right? Now, this event wouldn't be possible without KQED's MindShift. MindShift is a platform that explores the future of learning and for adults, how we raise our kids. So raise your hand if you are a parent or a caregiver or a chaperone or a ride or lunch money. Okay, so MindShift is your new best friend, and you'll hear more about that in a little bit. Again, I am a live events producer here at KQED. Give it up for your girl. I look good? Okay. If you did not know, KQED is Northern California's PBS NPR member station. We like Tiny Desk, right? Yeah. Our mission is to inform, involve, and inspire. Our live events program aims to bring our amazing journalism to the stage. And you can see our full lineup of events. We have food events, we have trivia nights, we have outdoor experiences, we got a rock climbing event coming up. You can see all that and more at kqed.org/live. Give it up for events and things to do. Y'all gonna be giving it up a lot. Y'all go ahead and do your little hand muscle exercise now, because you're gonna have calluses. We want to thank our sponsors that make KQED Live possible. That is the San Francisco Symphony and Genentech. Yes, y'all know what to do, period. We are so grateful for their commitment to our mission of civic and cultural engagement to the Bay Area. And we love people who keep the lights on for us, so thank you. Now, raise your hand if you are already a KQED member. Well, let me invite the rest of you to the cookout. Listen, we have a bunch of advantages that come with being a member, one of which includes coming to an event with a free +1 for an entire year. This is our beautiful studio. We do things inside and outside of our studio, and we stand KQED for some pretty impactful, relevant, timely values and missions and ideals. So if you are not a member, I encourage you to consider being a member. We'll show this QR code again at the end of the show. I'm almost done. Now tonight you will enjoy a panel with questions posed by adults, answered by young people, and then 2 rounds of back-to-back poetry. And before we get into that, we are going to get into Darius and Nima, Darius from You Speaks and Nima from MindShift, and we'll get into this panel. So give it up, you guys, for Darius Parker. Yeah.
You know what? I like the place. No diggity, no doubt.
Y'all feeling good? Say yeah. Y'all feeling real good? Say yeah. Make some noise for yourselves. No. So this is practice, right? Understand that some of you may still be trying to, understand like how you participate in this space. And just know that I can see you not clapping. And that's okay for me. But when these poets get up here, I need you to clap, stomp, kick, and scream. Okay, so we're gonna practice one more time. Can y'all make some noise for
There you go. That's how we hold it down here at Youth Speaks. Again, my name is Darius Parker. I have the honor and privilege of serving as Youth Speaks' Director of Creative Youth Development and Arts and Education. Clock, right? It's a long title. What does that mean, Darius? Okay, basically, I oversee all of our in-school residency programs. If you're an educator with a Youth Speaks residency or an administrator, raise your hand, make some noise. Woo! Okay, it's okay. It's all right, right? They're in the world. They're in the world, right? So what we do in those spaces is that what you're about to see tonight, Youth Speaks will come into your classrooms or the classroom of your student, child, partner, friend, whichever, right? And do these writing workshops to produce works that you'll see tonight. Also, I have the responsibility of holding down events like this. Make some noise for events like this. Team Poetry Slam. All right. And none of this can be possible without all the phenomenal Youth Speak staff that help drive all these things forward. If you're a Youth Speak staff member, can you stand or raise your hand or wave to the folks? Show some love. Show some love because we stay up until about 3, 4 in the morning sometime curating these events, okay? But it's all right because we love this work. We love what we do, okay? Also, Youth Speaks is a nonprofit organization that utilizes the excellence of spoken word and slam poetry to help catapult our young people forward by using your voice and your truth. Is that okay? Here at Youth Speaks, we want to say that the next generation speaks for themselves. Say, speaks for themselves. Speaks for themselves. Poets, let me hear you say, I can speak for myself. I can speak for myself. Period. So y'all about to see that here tonight at our Team Poetry Slam Prelims #2. I'll also be moderating a conversation with the brave new voices, current reigning champions. Make some noise. So for those of you who did not know, the Bay Area competed against 20 other teams in Madison, Wisconsin in the summer of July 2025, and the Bay Area won! Period. So that's what this festival, this competition is about, right? We're getting all of our young people prepared to join the Brave New Voices, which is our largest youth international poetry slam festival. And again, like I said, the Bay Area won. So we're hosting here in San Francisco this summer. In July, we want to see all of y'all there as we defend our title on the home turf, okay? So when Chicago pull up, which I am from, I'm proud Chicagoan, but when they pull up, it's the Bay Area, we're gonna win this thing, all right? Again, thank you so much. I will see y'all in just a moment. Make some noise for yourselves one more time.
Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for being here. My name is Nima. I work at KQED. I'm also the last thing between you and the fantastic panel we have for you. But first, I'm going to tell you about MindShift, which is the team that I work on. We're a podcast that looks at the future of learning and how we raise our kids. An easier way to say that is we try and look at what works for young people as far as learning. And so we go into classrooms, see where the solutions are. We try and broadcast those stories. I feel like in my job, I'm always thinking, dang, I wish I had this when I was in school. I wish I did this when I was younger. And I feel that way about Youth Speaks tonight. If I did Youth Speaks, would I have amazing stage presence like Darius? These are the questions that I'm asking myself tonight. Anyways, we've had the pleasure of working with Youth Speaks in the past. And so this time around, last year we did a story on intergenerational learning and about how intergenerational learning should be a two-way street. So it's not just telling young people, talk to your grandparents, but it's also learning from young people themselves. And we polled our audience, who are mostly parents and teachers, and asked them for questions for these young people. And so that's what you're gonna hear here tonight. The title of the conversation is Bridging the Gap Through Conversations, and that's what we're gonna do. And so without further ado, I'm gonna welcome out the panelists and also Darius back out again. Give him a hand.
Yo, it's like I haven't seen y'all before. Good. Y'all still feeling good? Y'all with me? All right, so. Okay. Whew. So, As Nima mentioned, we'll be here tonight hosting a conversation of some polled questions from some adults that we want to talk to the youth, right? So we understand that our panelists don't necessarily have the voice for all the youth, but they do have a very important perspective on their own, and want to make sure that voice and their responses are respected. Is that cool? Say yeah. Yeah. Is that cool? Say yeah. Yeah. If it's not cool, there's the door. It's no shade. All right, so I have the honor of introducing one of our first panelists. I think y'all may know her name. One of our, okay, Beyonce. One of our Bay Area Slam Team champions. Could y'all make some noise for Sahena? Period. Sahena, how you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling so good. How are you?
Period. Next up, I would like to introduce two more members of our Bay Area Championship Slam team. Make some noise for Zoe and Belle. Hey y'all, welcome. How y'all feeling?
So good.
Period. All right, so y'all ready to dive into the questions? Are y'all ready to dive into the questions?
Yes.
Hold on, y'all. Close your ears real quick. Close your ears. I told y'all to make some noise when young people are up here, okay? Don't embarrass me. I'm gonna have to meet you outside the corridor, all right? Y'all got that? Act like I asked y'all to cheer for them, okay? Y'all can move your ears. Are y'all ready to get into the conversation? All right. First pooled question from the adults on this panel, y'all. So, what does it look like for you to unplug and sit with your own thoughts? Any of you could take it. Maybe Sahena, what do you think?
I think for me, unplugging really means like taking a break from a lot of the things that could be stressful, like on social media, online, while also not necessarily forgetting what stressed me out in the first place. I feel like one thing that's kind of forgotten about a lot when we talk about detoxing from social media is that it's kind of almost, and I don't want to be too harsh, but it's almost a first world problem. Like being too stressed out, seeing what's going on around the world, right, when you're not going through what's going on around the world. So unplugging to me is giving myself a break, because of course you got to meet your own basic needs first if you want to help anybody else, but still remembering that there are people to help at the end of the day.
There are people to help at the end of the day. Make some noise. Thank you, Sahena. So next part of this question is for Zoe. Zoe, what's your advice for other people who need to unplug?
Well, I would say actually that I think a big part of the compulsion to be, in particular if we're talking about social media or online, is a sort of twinned desire to be constantly confronting the things that are happening in the world and to escape them, which wouldn't make sense if not for the way that social media works, unfortunately, right, in which you can both be bombarded with horrific images and be mentally detached from what is going on in your actual life and from your real feelings. I think that a big part of separating and grounding and unplugging is to actually be able to sit with your own feelings. And a lot of what I've seen in myself and my friends and the people around me is actually a kind of sense of intense shame that comes from that separation that you can mitigate by making it feel as though you are intaking information about all of the world's problems at once, because it feels kind of like that is doing something, which you could make an argument either way there. I'm not going to. But yeah, I think that it actually requires you to be able to sit with who you are and what you stand for, and with the discomfort that you can't fix everything you want to all at once, or maybe even at all.
Facts. Thank you, Zoe. Sit with yourself. Thank you. About to move us on to the next question and kick it off to Bill. Is that all right? So, Bill, again, these were questions that we pulled from some adults who want to say, hey, what do young people want to respond to? Or we want to hear some thoughts from young people specifically about these questions. So, Bill, what do you think adults should stop doing in 2026?
So
let's get to the tea.
Hello, I am an adult. if it counts. I'm a 19, so I'm right in the middle. What do I think adults should stop doing? Setting expectations that are too low, which sounds crazy because I feel like we're always super duper stressed about setting expectations for others and for ourselves that are super high and reaching for our goals and stuff. But in my life and in a lot of people who I've been with and my peers, it's like when you break a certain barrier, there is like I don't know how to reward you for this. Like, you did it. You already did it. And so as a teacher myself with my students and as an adult, something that I want to stop doing is being complacent and allowing for the barriers that I set for my students to overwhelm how they view themselves and their accomplishments. My favorite way to respond when a student comes up to me and says, I won, is, oh, I'm not surprised. You're fantastic, but this is amazing. Do it again. That's what I want to support in 2025, 2026?
2026. It's one of these years. I think it's 26. Thank you, Belle. So, Hannah, how about you? Same question. What do you think adults should stop doing in 2026 in our year of Beyonce?
I think adults need to stop expecting the youth to save y'all asses. And then, subsequently, tokenizing us at the same time. As someone who has been a part of social justice organizations in school, outside of school, the whole works, I feel like you could see the difference when the organization cares about the voices of the youth and when they may want the voices of the youth to be heard, but that doesn't mean they necessarily care about it themselves. And then at the same time, I feel like there's so many times where even like I've personally heard adults say, oh, our generation fucked everything up. Okay, y'all can unfuck it. Like, y'all are still here, It's not, Correct. It shouldn't be our whole responsibility. Like, we didn't ask to be placed here. Neither did y'all, but y'all were placed here and then y'all did something. So now it's time to fix it up. We can help. Like, but don't put the weight of the world on our shoulders is what I'm trying to say.
Facts. Do not put the weight of the world on our young people. Let's act like we can get it together, adults. I don't know, so Hannah, I'm not sure. Next question, I'm gonna toss it over to Zoe. What are ways that some adults that are currently in your life could make you feel more supported or more seen?
I'm actually gonna echo both Sahana and Belle in saying that as someone who is a part of a lot of organizations that are youth-centered or youth-focused or trying to uplift the youth voice or whatever, there is a hesitance to allow either failure, understandable when your grant funding comes from proving quantifiable successes, and two, things that you might not believe pragmatically. A big part of adulthood is the creeping oncoming pragmatism that we all say we're not going to feel when we become an adult and then do unless we do something about it. So I would say that we are never going to get free if we don't break out of the limits that we have been taught to believe are just the way things are. And I think that's a lot of what people seek in youth voice, is having those limits not yet be encoded, but it's possible to get out of them. You don't have to just look to people who have been freshly born. You can actually do it yourself, too.
You can do it yourself, too. Make some noise. Thank you, Zoe. Next question. On this thread of feeling supported, or how to support young people, right? What are moments where you feel empowered as a young person, as a young adult? What are some moments you feel empowered?
I feel empowered, and I did a lot of work in high school with like activism, especially for like gun control rights and a lot of interesting things that I was really passionate about. And because of that, success looked like how many people can I speak to? How many people are watching my videos? How many people can I interact with and shake hands with? And how many trophies can I collect in one closet in my bedroom, eventually in the dumpster behind the local Mexican restaurant? None of that mattered. Having a voice and being powerful is a marker of success in itself. And every single opportunity that you have to speak, whether it's to one person in a room, yourself in a bathroom stall, yourself in your bed, yourself in your car, or if you don't have a car, yourself on public transit and people think you look weird. Every single one of these opportunities is a chance to feel better, to feel successful, and to feel like you're making an impact, because you matter just as much as the audience that you're performing to matters. So remember that and mark your own success through the way that you feel about your performances, about your words, and about your life.
Period. Spoken like a true champion. All right, next question, staying on the same thread. So what are some moments where you feel like you need more support from adults?
So moments I feel like I need more support from adults. I mean, I think the biggest thing adults have that youth may not necessarily always have is experience in different things that youth may want to go into in the future. I feel like one of the times I needed the most support and I got all that support was, college apps and all that different type of stuff. I feel like my teachers at school, like they did so much like to help me. Like they helped me like just throughout high school get opportunities. They helped me narrow down my options, all the different things. Shout out SJ. They all in here right now. But I think literally just answering questions, sometimes that's all it takes. Building connections with whether it's your students, your family members, just any of the youth in your life, that could make such a difference and you might not even know it. So that's the short answer, basically.
Beautifully said. Thank you, Sahana. Make some noise. Zoe, my darling, what innovations, AI breakthroughs, new technological work habits, apps, and platforms are you using? And what new tech are you using? For what and why?
I love this question so much. And my answer is a deep and genuine, with all respect due. Fuck all of that.
Make some noise. We got our young people on the panel for honesty and truth, and that's what we're speaking tonight. Continue, Zoe.
I say all respect due, which is little to none. I have actually been getting really into writing on paper recently, which is something I never did in high school because it's weirdly difficult and you can't move things around. I've been very into a stream of consciousness poetics that I then transcribe into a Google document. I have been very into conversations with my friends who, for one reason or another, feel they have been locked into the usage of quote-unquote new technologies. And I think that there are many reasons for that to be the case. I don't think they're good reasons, but I think that the incentives in our society, particularly as a college student surrounded by college students, are in many cases pushing people towards trying to minimize effort and maximize output. But I do have to say, ChatGPT won't give you a 10. And
correct.
I think that as a student, as a poet, as someone who believes in the power of words, I am at the point that I give up my critical thinking to anything or anyone that can outsource it for me, I have lost.
Can I add a little
Thank you,
something?
Zoe. Absolutely.
First of all, ChatGPT will not give you a 10. Big ups on that. Second of all, have you ever had a teacher grade your work with AI? Do you know how frustrating that is?
I do
You know how
not.
frustrating it is?
I'm from the Stone Age.
Adult that asked that question, wherever you may be, you are smarter than that. Our ancestors, all of that, they didn't have ChatGPT. They didn't have all of that. We can go back to our roots. We can write on paper. We don't even need to write on paper. We can write on a dog. We have all these innovations already. I feel like we've innovated enough when it comes to technology. I'm kind of done. I like where we're at. I think we should actually reel it back a little bit. Like, yes. But I think Zoe made a really good point. I feel like we feel kind of locked into a lot of these technologies when that's really not the case. I think if there's any type of necessarily like tech or social media, it's not really social media, but that we need to detox from, it's ChatGPT and all these different AIs. Like, I feel like all it takes maybe like a week without it, and you'll see like how much of the stuff that you've been asking AI to do that you could do on your own. Like, you got it in you. Everyone does.
Thank you, Sahana. Thank you, Zoe. So we're getting down to our last questions. Are y'all enjoying these answers from my young people? Period. All right, Belle. What makes you, what makes you the most optimistic and excited about the future?
Everything. I don't know. Oh my goodness. We're not even close to the end. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Let me not say that. But like, oh my gosh, I wake up every morning and I have so many bad moments, okay? A part of growing up, a part of becoming an adult is having bad moments and sitting with them and allowing yourself to cry and feeling upset. But on top of that, it's about getting up every morning and thinking about what you're gonna eat for breakfast. And then after breakfast, there's lunch sometimes. And then after lunch, there's dinner, and then a snack, and then a second dinner. That is so much to look forward to in a day already. The opportunity to wake up in a bed, spend a day doing things that you might love, you might hate, and then go back to bed is the best part of life. I love my pillow. I have a denim pillowcase that my mom handmade for me, and every single night I sleep on it, and I thank whatever Lord there is that we get to live here. A lot of having these opportunities is kind of sitting with the fact that not everyone else does. Right? Privilege is something that's uncomfortable and something that feels really awkward to talk about. But the privilege to live, the privilege to be, the privilege to have something to look forward to is already enough. You are enough. You have enough. Keep striving for better, but be grateful for what you have. And we all have this.
Period. Let me hear you say, you are enough.
You are enough.
Let me hear you say, I am enough.
I am enough.
I am enough.
I am enough.
Thank y'all so much. That is our time with our phenomenal panel. Our defending Bay Area champions. Can y'all give some love to Sahana, Zoe, and Belle one more time? Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much. Great job. Great job. Are y'all ready for a poetry slam? Are y'all ready for a poetry slam? I don't know if y'all are, but I do have the opportunity and the privilege to bring up our MC for the evening. Y'all just saw her, one of the Oakland Youth Poet Laureates. Make some noise and give all your love to Nairobi.
Southside, we gon' set this party off right.
One more time for the poets, y'all. Yes. Aren't they so darling? They're so amazing. I love them. Oh. So, we're about to get started with the Teen Poetry Slam prelims. Woo woo! Now, this is a tradition started by Youth Speaks back in 1996. And to tell you all the more about it, I'm gonna kick it to our host, Brandon.
What's up, people? Can I hear it in the audience for all the young people here tonight? Woo! All right, so I'm gonna make this quick because I know what we all here for. We all here for the voices of these young people. Make some noise, huh?
Yep.
Yes.
We all here for them.
So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and real quick introduce all of my judges. Can my judges say hi to our audience? What's up, audience? All right, audience. I'm gonna introduce these judges from your left to right. Right here, we have Hondro repping the city.
Woo!
Yeah. Hondro's advice for young artists is keep speaking truth to power with your fire. Come on now, give it up.
That's right.
Next, rocking the blue, we got Daniel. Woo woo. Daniel reps Fort Myers, Florida, and his advice for young artists is to let your spirit guide you. Let me hear some from the crowd. Exactly. Next, in the middle of our judges table, we have Haskell, otherwise known as Skelly Bow. Give it up, give it up, give it up. Skelly Bow reps Oakland, California, AKA the righteous land. Skelly Bow's advice to young artists is that a true artist has the ability to see the art in each and everything they do. He says, you are your art, move like it. Give it one more time for Skelly Bow.
Give it up.
Next in the beautiful red, we have Salima. Salima is repping Put Your Play On Productions, bringing you the best in edutainment. Advice for her young artist from Salima is give yourself grace, young artist. Give yourself some grace. Give it up, give it up, give it up.
Yeah.
Ending off our judges panel, please give it up for Tanya. Tanya is repping the San Francisco State University MFA program and the Poetry Center. Tanya's advice to young artists: pay close attention to those whose light shines upon you, those open to seeing you, to those folks whose light signals to your own light to burn brighter, to be what survives fires meant to consume. Give it up, please, for Tanya. All right, y'all, we ready to hear about our Poetry Slam tonight?
Yeah!
No, we not! Oh, I got y'all. First, we need to know what a Poetry Slam is, right? A Poetry Slam is a competitive poetry event. We're here to provide a platform to celebrate some of the most incredible and urgent young voices in the Bay Area. Give it up one more time for the Bay Area. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. 5 judges will be scoring poems from a scale from 1 to 10, and the low and high scores will be dropped. That means we have 5 judges, so the 3 middle scores will be added together for a max total of 30 points. And in an effort to de-emphasize the scores and better center the voice and stories of the participants, we will not be announcing the scores of this slam. Top scoring poets will advance to the Teen Poetry Slam semifinals on March 27th at San Francisco Public Library. Yeah. And the top scoring poets from finals are offered a spot on the Brave New Voices poetry team that represents the Bay Area this summer at the 2026 Brave New Voices Poetry Festival here in San Francisco in the Bay. Reminder, the panelists that you just saw, Sahenna, Zoe, Belle, champions. Give it up one more time, champions, right? Champs. We're the home team this year, so let's show them how the Bay do it. Give it up one more time. Beautiful. And now, without further ado, I'm gonna pass it back to my MC, Nairobi. Please take it away.
Thank you, Brandon. As always, me and Brandon coordinated this for y'all. We have to make sure we get the hypest people to get the hypest crowd. Can I get an amen? Thank you. Now, we acknowledge the words of our young people are powerful. Poets are about to get on this mic, this one right here, and they're gonna say some pretty deep words, y'all, okay? They're gonna speak their truth. This may include topics that might physically or emotionally activate folks, all right? So in the audience, if you are reliving anything traumatic, if something is your trigger, we understand. Sometimes we spill a lot up on this stage, all right? So if you need to take 5, we get it. Take a break, walk out, it's fine. And we'll see you in those rings. But come back to your seat because there's a lot of great poets that are spitting tonight. So you'll be able to see a lot of dope poetry. But before we get into the poetry, I gotta make sure you guys are ready as an audience. So how do we show love to the poets when they get up here? Okay. Oh, we're pretty hype already, I see. Yeah, okay, you guys got a couple. So we did the snap. Can I hear the snaps? Ooh, it sounded like Oakland up in here. Ooh, it's like an Oakland slam night. Ooh, can I hear some taps maybe? Some taps with our feet? Oh, we're getting into it, y'all. Oh, I'm feeling the energy. And can I get the crowd to make some noise? Oh, y'all are pretty ready. Psych, y'all ain't ready. And because of that, I got my calibration poet to see if y'all are ready. I got someone who's gonna just test the crowd. The calibration poet sees how hype are these poets gonna get y'all, all right? And the judges, they're gonna write down a score for the calibration poet. If this calibration poet gets a 7 and the other poets are 8, 9s, and 10s, well, then the calibration poet did their job, amen. Thank you. Can I get my calibration poet, Vivian?
My creature, my Frankenstein, my wretch, had a dream straight out of Diane de Prima's gospel. It was you and your sweater, later tossed to the ground and vanished. In my sleep, I am disgusting. You, though clean, feel like the other boys I've slept with. Skin like the skinny one, weight like the tall one. Except this time I'm enthusiastic. Except this time I'm here. So are you an amalgamation of every push comes to shove, or another figment of post-traumatic stress? 2 months ago, my father drove my old IKEA mattress to the dump, carried out of my old bedroom door, past the bathroom, left naked off the hinges, the one that half of you broke, with me on one side hiding adjacent to the cell I slept in. My father drove my mattress to the dump, and I am humiliated. My best friend and I drove to buy a new one. He made me laugh, made the new sleep better, and our stage manager helped me carry up the new furniture. Had a dream that I was a beatnik woman, that you, creature, swayed with me among the wind, wet skin, bare cold, feeling the air like a blanket. And I have no clue if I was safe, if every door flew off the hinges, if every mattress stood soiled, if I danced disgusting with you. Frankenstein at the end of my childhood, pill too easy to swallow, story too good to be true. In reality, I'm awake. I hate sleeping. Other worlds live in my mind, trail ribbons down my back, pop up like Creel and Hello Dolly, invite them, smile, and fall asleep with a sewn together man. Thank you.
Right. My AI just changed. It just paused the
All right, everyone. That was Vivian. Thank you, Viv, for getting the crowd ready for us. And now, for our first two student performers, we have a raffle. So I'm going to announce who's coming on deck and who's performing first based off of your raffle number. Students, are you ready? Okay, sound excited. Y'all coming to the stage now. These folks are here for you. And on deck, we have raffle number 355756. Who is it? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. You're on deck. But coming to the stage, we have number 355767. Who is it? Who is it? We got a hand? Do we have a hand? 355767. All right, you are our first performer for the night, so welcome to the stage. Come on up and introduce yourself. Let's get this slam started, y'all.
Louisiana. Murder on the beat. Something for y'all to cut up to, you know? Yeah.
I have no claim to hate my class because we wrote a Langston Hughes poem without understanding what the culture the poem came from. I have no claim to hate what that culture is with my light skin and barely curly hair, with a voice only deep enough for my aunts and uncles and friends who call me sweet. I've had dreams where I was slightly darker so I could wear a different hairstyle like dreads or twists. During the day, I attend a class called Black, and it's only for Black students. I feel less motivated writing because it's fun. I don't feel excluded, but I'm the lightest in a room by a wide margin. I feel the distance between the other students and me, and when they say that they're proud to be Black, my heart drops a bit. Because I can never be as Black as them, and I can never be as proud as them. My mom says it's a grace that racism will not come towards me, A blessing that I look whiter than my family. A blessing that I look white. A blessing I don't want. Because they cannot tell who I am, I feel no racism. Because I feel no racism, am I black? Because police won't tighten their grip on their gun when I pass by, because I feel no racism, can I lay claim to being black? I could tell you and would tell you biology I am or not, but I can't. I asked my mom for my 23andMe and she said, I forgot. She had forgotten the pass key to my history, to my bloodline, and to my claim of being black. So when people ask who I am, I say I'm black. But when they ask for more, I can't say. My grandfather, I call him Opa. I am not sure if I'm German just because I call him that. I am not sure if I'm South American because my grandma was born there. I say I'm Caribbean because she lived there. There is no end to this because I have nothing to claim to. I am just stick to what I am, a mixed boy who believes he's back.
Didn't we tell you we have talent in the building tonight, right? Give another round of applause. It's hard being an opener. You just killed it. Now, on deck we have Tay-Tay, but coming to the stage is Ruby.
It floats to the surface of my chest as if trying to escape. Why wouldn't it? Pulse and rip me apart slowly. Slowly for all this time, escaping what it knows it can't and will only fade into a dormant state to wait again. Bubble and boil to steam and breathe out screams of it screeching its slow release isn't any better. It weighs on my collarbone like a cast iron skillet, burning my breast at each twist of its mindless manhandling. Maybe it's all in my head. And the clinking and clanking of cookingware only burn my skin enough to hurt and not enough to leave a mark. Since no one ever sees the infliction, the inhibitants, so heavy, yet the lines so fine, I can't even see the edges between the conjured and the expectation. It pulls me into pools of powerless perpetuity, and I float on the surface trying to survive the moment. I fear, I'm afraid, and yet, no, it's a demonic stain straining my mind to grow the pain by making it all I know it'll all be okay. I pray to God, let it fly away. This crippling weight, which taught me to say, I must escape, why won't it? Flutter, crystallize, and butterfly far, far, too far for the devil's eye to catch and place it back. Bone used to crumble at the words, too exhausted to find them. The plea I pled, to erase the blood I bled after all this pain, all this weight, all this fate lingering in the coursing of my veins, refusing to go away. But I'll whisper these prayers until I don't have to anymore. Maybe someday I won't have to anymore.
Beautiful. All right, and make sure, students, this is an announcement for students. When I call your name for on deck, make sure you go to the side stage and get sized up for the mic stand, all right? So on deck, we have Alyssa, but please welcome to the stage, Tay-Tay.
This poem goes to my English teacher, who I really appreciate, and I just want to say thank you for everything you do. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. Damn, Teach, what do you mean? I feel like I'm not seeing what's supposed to be seen. We share the same shade, the same melanin tone. So how can we look alike and not be our own? Because I thought skin was a signal, a code, a lock with a common key, but you're saying proximity ain't loyalty. And I guess that hit differently because I seen black faces in powerful places, turn their backs on familiar spaces. I seen smiles in public, silence in rooms, where justice was bleeding and feeling the gloom. So all skin folk ain't kinfolk, and blood don't build spine. Color ain't courage, and culture ain't a conscience or mind. So you can wear my pigment, but not my pain. Wear the culture as fashion, but still dodge the rain. You can benefit off rhythms we bled to create, but stay silent when these systems decide our fate. And that hurt, because I thought unity was automatic. Like shade was enough to make it static, but kinship is action, kinship is stance. Kinship is who you are when you get the chance. It's speaking up, even when silence pays. It's protecting the roots, and not just praising the waves. So not all skinfolk are kinfolk. Yeah, now I see that shared oppression don't guarantee solidarity, so you can look like me and still not stand with me. You can post the quotes and avoid the risk. You can wear the culture proud but never clench your fist, and that's the difference. Because skinfolk choose cost. Skinfolk sometimes just choose the gloss, so I get it now. It's not about shade, it's about vow. It's about who you are when comfort fades, who you defend when power invades. So all skinfolk ain't kinfolk.
Got my second win. I got my second win. Sit with a BMA.
Yes!
Warner Brothers.
Yes! Okay, Tay. All right, all right. That was good, Tay. That was good. That was good. All right, but we do have something coming up for y'all, because on deck we have another raffle. Students, we have another raffle. All right, coming to the stage. Number 3, 5, 5, 7, 6, 1. Who is it? Yes! Come on up to the side stage. Come on up to the side stage. Let's get you sized up for the mic stand, all right? But that's our on deck student, but coming to the stage. Welcome, Alyssa.
I walked through the halls with my head high and my back straight as a line, my backpack pulling me down like a weight against my shoulders. I waved to some people as they passed by, most of them not close enough to consider friends, but not distant enough to say stranger. They wave and smile. I wave back, an even brighter smile plastered on my face. And even as they pass by, my smile still shines. But as I take a few more steps, the light in my eyes dies. Because when nobody stares or glances, and I sit in my own company, what's happening? Because this life doesn't provide what I was told, and my heart beats a little slower every day. Because when I spot a person and smile, the muscles in my face strain, and my cheeks burn like a punishment from hell. because when someone laughs, I laugh along, and it voices genuinely. But I know it never is. No matter how bright I sound or how high my voice breaks. So I read a room and change my facial expressions like a chameleon changes color. Yet, when I'm even talking with my closest friends, the hole in my heart empties of its previous contents, only to fill with more temporary ingredients. And the only cure I found lasts 8 hours at a time and costs $6 a day.
Beautiful work once again. Ladies and gentlemen, you have another treat in the building because students, get ready, are on deck as another raffle. You have your tickets ready? Let's see. So coming on deck to the stage, we have 3, 5, 5, 7, 5, 2. That's you. Come and get sized up. That is our on-deck poet. But coming to the stage, we have Zamira.
I am not a copy of the original. My parents decided who I was before my lungs ever proved they could breathe, before my mouth could ever prove it could talk. They called it love, I call it control. My parents poured certainty into me like concrete and told me to be grateful for the wait. They handed me a script before I knew how to read and called it destiny. Every rule came dressed as protection, every cage came dressed as care. Sit like this, speak like this, shrink like this, believe like this. They never asked who I might have been without their fingers around my throat. They never asked if I was okay. They disguised insults as jokes and scolded me for not laughing along. My mom built a version of me she could live with. My sister was the standard that I never met. She wants me small enough to never threaten the architecture of her comfort. I learned how to suffocate politely. I learned how to fold my anger into something presentable. I learned how to swallow questions until they burned holes through places no one could see. I became her proof that obedience works, that discipline pays off, that evidence can look like control, and control can look like success. But something inside me never felt right. Something that refused to die quietly just because it was inconvenient. You don't shape a person without breaking off pieces of them, without chipping away at who they were, at who they could be. You do not demand silence without murdering something sacred. You cannot expect me to dress up and pretend even for a second that I'm my sister. You told me who to be as if I were property, as if I were her. But I'm not my sister. She was polite, respectful, but most of all, she was obedient. And I know I'm not. You never prepared for resistance. You never thought I would come to my senses. You never imagined I would see the pattern. But I see it now. I see how fear disguises itself as righteousness, how control disguises itself as love, how you confuse authority with ownership. How do you expect me to kneel and obey? You thought I would stay your innocent daughter who never questions a single thing you say. But I'm not. I'm not your legacy. I'm not your extension. I'm not your mirror. I'm not my sister. No matter how much I try to be. I am what happens when someone survives being mistaken for an object. I am not broken because I refuse to obey. I am not wrong because I refuse to conform. And I am not ungrateful either. I am not ungrateful because I refuse to surrender my entire existence just to make you fucking comfortable. And I know that terrifies you, that I'm becoming someone you cannot control. And I'm glad it does, because I am done apologizing for the sound of my own voice. I am not the copy. I am the original.
Amazing work. All right. I do have to give a warning to the audience. Warning, this is a trigger warning. We're going to be talking about, in this next poem, some heavy topics of suicide, all right? If you need to take a break, we completely understand. On deck is not a raffle. On deck, we have Delilah. Woo! But coming to the stage, your performer is Ruby.
This is my suicide note. This is what happens when you teach yourself how to turn pain into a deadline, when you learn to live in a body that feels temporary and breath starts to feel optional. I learned early that silence can hit just as hard as an explosion. My friend Shiva and I walked into the bathroom today, and she told me she was going to kill herself. And for once, I didn't know what to say. What could I say? With the time we've spent together, we've learned that skin can look like paper when you're desperate enough to write on it. I've started to measure my worth in harm reduction. Today, I only thought about it. Today, I only planned it. Today, I hated myself silently. My therapist said it was progress. My way of coping was teaching myself how to make jokes sharp enough to distract myself from the feeling of a blade pressed against my skin. I hear stories of people getting better, but none telling me how boring it is at first. Boring enough that I stay. Boring enough that I keep postponing the end of my own story. I don't want to die. I want to rest without consequences. I want someone to notice without me having to disappear to prove that it matters. So I have a plan. Because a plan feels like control, and control feels like power when you're suffocating in your own skin. If I can't be happy, at least I can be precise. If all goes according to plan, I should be dead by November 2025. But somehow I'm not. Somehow my cowardice has saved me, because bodies are stubborn, hope is sneaky, and sometimes survival shows up disguised as procrastination. I stayed for the stupid things. Unwritten poems, a dog that wouldn't understand, a room left untouched, a quiet curiosity, wondering what I might look like without pain being my biggest asset. I stay out of spite, I stay out of exhaustion, and at least for today, that's enough.
Y'all know her, right? Let's go. No masterpiece.
Yes! All right now, Ruby. You are heating it up. I am not envious at all for these judges, because we are nowhere near halfway close to this show. I mean, we have so many poets in the building. Their talent is speaking for themselves, all right? Now, on deck we have Simi, but coming to the stage, Coming to the stage, we have Delilah.
I try to believe in community, but I do not want to claim responsibility for their actions. I do not want all their sin to fall on me. I say the words, love thy neighbor, hoping I can speak it into belief, but I find it difficult to love peace officers arresting children for the crime of dreaming. They preach the same words written in my children's Bible. But I believe they would have shot Jesus in the back 10 times and called him a terrorist. I believe they would have put a bullet in Mary's head as she was driving away. I watch children blown apart by bombs. I watch their mothers cry. I watch men fight laws that ban child marriage. I watch them win faster than any protest I have ever seen. I want them to know that when I spoke of autonomy, I did not refer to the well-polished body of their gun. When I spoke of procedure, I did not refer to the denial of medically necessary ones. When I spoke of following the law, I did not speak of rewriting it. Do not flip my words against me. I watch people beg strangers for just enough to eat once every other day. I watch a government maintain everyone must work for their fair share while paying congressmen to go on never-ending leave. I watch people beg God again for dignity. I watch my country enable war, switch sides only for profit. I watched people I prayed had moral caliber struggle to call the devil by name. I watched those around me realize that history is repeating itself. This is not the first time people have had to carry papers. Not the first law bending to make room for eugenics. Not the first time that even white privilege could be revoked when placed between a bullet and a brown body. White rapists do not get shot, but white doctors helping brown people do. I watched people grieve two white bodies more than thousands of brown ones. We have come to expect brown bodies, predict even. And I try to believe in community, but I do not want all of our sin to fall on me.
Yes, Delilah. That's what I'm talking about. All right, all right. On deck, we have Salma. Yeah, Salma's pretty popular at a lot of our workshops, but we love you, Salma. And coming to the stage, we have one of the greatest poets in the Bay. I'm always seeing them at our Oakland workshops. Please give it up for Simi.
The cult poster yells at me from every corner of Frat Row. A profoundly positive way forward in the face of real horror. These days, I wish anyone had the answers they advertised. Forward in the face of a daily dystopia feels more like walking through a self-immolation revolving door. How free really are you if you can't remember the names of the martyrs you reposted yesterday? How free am I if I can push my memories so far down, my body turns inside out? I tell my best friend I don't want to die. I just don't know how to live.
friend has 200 family members murdered in Gaza. I joke with my friends about missiles over our home countries. He sighs, says, if I'd never seen them land, I'd think they were angels. How did Horizon become vehicle for violence? Isn't the sky where God is supposed to live? Man begs for change next to the Catholics at UC Berkeley booth. I cry enough, you'd think it would change something. 5150 coverage denied by my health insurance. Planned Parenthood defunded. AI overview tells me how to get over sexual assault. This is every small way the apocalypse falls upon us. I knew this world was over when they resurrected Tupac with a hologram concert. They can't even give a body rest. In death, they expect creation, but they can't even keep my friends alive. Next, it's hologram school recitals for the victims of school shootings. Singing in choirs of censored jazz, each piece of brass smelling like sanitizer, AI echoing their hallelujahs, affirming the street preacher the morning after. Next, it's a hologram of my dead friends, so real, I almost can't pass my hands through it. In the airport home from Jordan, I saw a victim of the pager explosion attack. And in the missing part of his eye, it was all of theirs watching us. This world is gone. It will end when no one spares even a response to the unhoused man. It ended with every white woman who called cops on the children on the BART. It ended with every moment one of y'all agreed to disagree on genocide. It ended every time someone called a girl a young woman too soon. And it will end again with you and I spectating our self-funded suffering on Instagram. What a way to kill yourself.
Yes, Simi. There we go. And can we give a big shout out to the DJ folks? I mean, DJ Black Woman, you killing it. You killing it. You killing it. Thank you. All right, all right, all right. On deck, we have Kamaya. Big noise in the building, big noise. But please welcome to the stage, Sama.
It's beauty in the struggle. Fuck your boxes. Not checking none of them off. It's beauty in the struggle. This is not no pity-ass poem. Nobody pinch me out this dream. Al-aql. My people crave Thora. My people crave hurriya. Nothing but a pen and a paper with the privilege to fantasize, escape into fantasy land. See, I built this shit. I built this shit with nothing but four walls and a window to sight see. They put their definitions on me. I redefined myself. I ripped my skin apart and I handed it to them. It's belt to ass when it come to my passion. I am not no slave to my soul. I revisit the past. Mama say don't go knocking on old doors. But see, mama, my heart aches for the motherland. One that I do not remember. Mama say, don't go picking on that scar. Don't go saying things that can get you hurt. But mama, art is political. 'Cause see, about my liberation, it can get physical. My people who were once poets, now nothing but skins and bones, some 6 feet under. My poets speak through me. My people speak poetry. Their tongue's not built for the average American, yet they want to mock and laugh. My people speak poetry. Put us all in a box, ship us out. Claim we are the terrorists, but hide your hands with blood. We walked through miles of mud with nothing but hopes and prayers and papers. My people speak poetry. Their blood flows through me. See my grief. Sometimes feels like an open sea, waves crashing against one another. I can only speak in metaphors. I'm begging you to think outside the box. See, I redefined myself. In this day and age, we tell ourselves the most beautiful delusions just to survive the terrible things we are witnessing. Forgive me for what I cannot do, and forgive me for what I can do. How much blood can one see till it looks like water? How much death can one see till one thinks death is truly life? Al-aql zina. Shit, I was never dreaming. Y'all just wasn't awake to hear me.
Political. Say it. One more time. Art is political. Thank you. These teens are showing you what it's about. All right. So on deck, we have Dawn. There we go. Keep the energy up. We got a lot of poets. And coming to the stage right now is Kamaya.
Change. It occurs every day, all the time, takes different forms for different people, but something that is inevitable nonetheless. Something that creeps up on you slowly, something you never quite see coming until someone asks, "What's your favorite color?" And I answer blue instead of pink, something left unnoticed. As my favorite song changes from Pretty Little Birds to Half Crazy, as I realize I'm beginning to become taller. As I realize there's 2 bumps steadily growing on my chest, I tell myself, that's just what it means to grow up. As I start to wear Victoria's Secret push-up bras instead of the Walmart training bras, as I start to wear thongs instead of my underwear with glittery unicorn all over, I must change. It happens to everyone. I constantly repeat to myself as I go from daddy's little girl to ungrateful brat, as compliments change from "you're so pretty" to "you're bad as fuck." Oh wait, I don't think I'm quite comfortable with that. I think I just like change. But how I feel doesn't matter because change is inevitable. I must endure it, I must let it happen. I have to let the compliments change form. I have to let the compliments change form. Pretty to bad, adorable to sexy, beautiful to fine shit. Why does change from like impending doom instead of pure beginnings is ringing in my head? Fuck it, just go with the flow because that's what it means to change. The thought that's foreign to me, I know it doesn't belong to me, yet it's in the forefront of my mind. All these expectations placed upon me, as if this isn't my first time living too, as if I knew what I have to do. I have to make sure I flash him a smile. I have to give him an inch so he won't take a mile. I have to let him undress me with his eyes until it's time for him to undress me with his hands. Looking into his eyes, knowing there's not an ounce of love, just a pool filled with lust. He doesn't see me past the body I possess. But hey, I guess that's just what it means to change.
Yes! All right, now, you guys, we have about 2 more poets before we're going into our intermission. Now, coming to the stage on deck. On deck, we have Beckett. There we go. Come on up, Beckett. And coming on right now to light the stage on fire, please welcome Dawn.
I've never been beat by a badge, but I've been bruised by the way they look at me. I've never been thrown to the ground, but I've been held down by laws that were never meant to protect me. They say, if you didn't do anything wrong, you shouldn't be afraid. But fear don't ask for permission. It shows up in flashing lights and questions that ain't questions and voices that sound like loaded weapons pointed at my skin before I even speak. I don't have to be bleeding to know what violence feels like. Sometimes violence looks like a smirk, a slow patrol car, a hand resting too close to a gun. It looks like being followed in stores, being pulled over for existing, being told to stay calm while your heartbeat begs for a way out. This country been writing fear into black skin since before my great-grandmother was even allowed to read. They passed laws to take the chains off our bodies, but never off our minds, never off our neighborhoods, never off our schools, never off our names. And now they talking about Project 2025 like we ain't been under construction since 1619. Like they ain't still building systems to erase us quietly. You wanna know what it's like? It's walking into a room and knowing you're already a threat. It's history books that lie. It's teachers who skip chapters. It's being told to speak up, only to be called aggressive when we do. It's being light-skinned and still scared, not because I think I'm safe, but because I'm closer to the door and my dark-skinned friend is closer to the cuffs. It's seeing Rosa being chosen as the face, but Claudette was removed as a risk. It's walking together and silently thinking, who would be questioned first? Who would be followed? Who would be grabbed while the rest of us freeze? It's having friends who keep their backpacks light just in case. It's hearing sirens and screams, now wondering which family is about to lose another member tonight. It's knowing wrong place, wrong time usually means right skin, wrong country. You wanna know what it's like? It's checking your tone before you check your safety. It's practicing calm while your chest is screaming. It's watching the same news, same history repeated. Realize the lies. It's watching them measure us, prepare us, eat us, season us with fear. It's the unhealed howl screaming you hear. Trauma with the badge, families ripped apart by people who swear they're just doing their job. It's cages without chains and chains without metal, babies with no beds. It's being told there's babies with no beds. It's being told this is freedom while your community lives on edge, while your friends rehearse goodbyes they don't deserve to practice. Because silence is the mop for our rage, our riot. It's knowing that even when I'm peaceful, I'm still too much, still loud, still attitude, still target, still fit the description, still watch her, still don't let her get too free. I was born into fear I didn't choose, inherited trauma like it was part of my DNA, raised to survive in a system that keeps moving the goalpost every time we get close. And still I stand, still I speak, still I dream louder than this country wants me to, because silence is the weapon they gave us and I refuse to use it. And I am 17 and already exhausted from fighting for the right to be seen as human. But I won't stop. I will turn this fear into fire. I will use my body, my breath, my voice as a rebellion wrapped in rhythm. I will write poems that burn down every lie they ever built about me, because I am not disposable. I am not a threat. I am not the problem. I am not your stereotype. I am the generation you are hoping would stay quiet. Thank you.
Come on, Dawn. All right, DJ, don't play my song. Cut this off. Thank you. It was about to be a dance party up in here, y'all. I'm serious. All right, now, on deck, we have a quick intermission, so don't get out your seat yet, because coming to the stage, we have Beckett. Come on up, Beckett.
I never learned the stove was hot from the distorted wavy air or the red light above the dial. I learned from blistered palms and reaching where I shouldn't till heat met my hand like a high five or a foot to a brake pedal, stopping two cars from embracing like old friends. Metal to metal makes sparks, but so does skin to skin. That's why, to me, handshakes sometimes look like fireworks, popping like bubbles on boiling water or blisters on skin. I used to hate shaking hands because my palm couldn't handle the heat, sweating, shaking, stretching my arm, hand, or body. My mom and I have the same stretch marks. Hers, though, sit above her hips, while mine lie across my back. Ask her where hers came from, she'll point to me. She'll tell you holding 2 kids in 2 years, your body remembers. Ask me where mine came from, I'll point to my mom, standing 6 foot. Younger me never saw her eye to eye. Growing pains, bone betrays skin. I'm taller than her now. But still, her words smoke, they're still over my head. My throat burns from words, fire from my mouth, too quick, too loud. Fire is loud, or what is burning is loud. In a fire, windows don't burn, they break, we find out. My sister first. Firelight wakes you quicker than a sunrise or alarm. I remember my eyes caught staring. And I remember the fire staring right back. It had no face, no eyes, just an outstretched palm reaching up for my handshake.
Yes, thank you, Beckett. All right, have you guys been enjoying the Teen Poetry Slam? That's good, because I have a couple of announcements for you guys. Yes, I'm like a poet, I'm reading for you, but it's all the boring stuff. So, just a couple of announcements. These poets, these teen poets that you see right here in the audience, they are even members of our Youth Speaks after school workshops. Can I get a whoop whoop? Yes, so after school workshops are every Wednesday, 5 to 7. First and third Wednesdays are at Oakland in chapter 510 at the Department of Make Believe. That's me holding it down with Lee. Whoop whoop. Yes, and our second and fourth Wednesdays are at the Youth Speaks office at 265 Shotwell in San Francisco. And these workshops are a great opportunity for young people to meet, to mingle, to get together, write poetry. You get snacks and you get a stipend. First come, first serve for the money. And if you come to enough workshops, we'll give you an even fatter check, okay? Now, these workshops, you might be wondering what they are. The first Wednesday workshop is called The Disruptor, and it's a monthly youth zine creation workshop where artists, journalists, and activists put their own spin on reporting the time and the news. That's first Wednesdays. Second Wednesdays, Chat, I Went Viral. It's a poetry workshop series that examines how digital culture, including TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and etc., have transformed youth expressions over the last 30 years. And next we have Statement Fit. That's third Wednesdays. Statement Fit is a poetry workshop series that studies and celebrates the intersection between fashion and poetry. Now, participants will experiment with merging poetry and apparel as a medium for making a statement, and you will make clothes that you can take home during Statement Fit. That's third Wednesdays. And fourth Wednesdays, Youth Speaks Wrapped, 30 years and 30 tracks. This series goes on a journey of the music that has defined youth culture over the last 30 years, from hip hop, R&B, soul, contemporary pop, and underground. We'll break down lyrics from the cultural context to prepare and to write our own timeless poems and maybe even raps. So those are all 4 of our workshops that happen every Wednesday. Remember, 1st and 3rd are in Oakland, Chapter 510, Department of Make Believe. And the 2nd and 4th are at Youth Speaks, 265 Shotwell in San Francisco. Yes, thank you. Now, before our intermission, if you are enjoying the SAM so far, let me hear you say yeah. Yeah. Let me hear you say okay. Okay. Okay, because we have a survey for you guys. Yes, woo, cheers. We have a survey for you guys to complete and give your honest opinion about what's happening. So I'm gonna kick it off to Darius to lead us into our intermission.
Yo, y'all feeling good? Y'all feeling real good? All right, so if you can do me the favor of getting out your mobile devices, okay? Scan these 2 QR codes. The first one right here is our audience survey. I want y'all to say this is the most amazing event you've ever attended in your entire life and the entire existence of your life, okay? All right, now if you don't say it, it's okay. We want your honest opinions because, again, we go through all of this data to make sure each and every event is, you know what I'm saying, feeling good, feeling intentional, and make you feel like you feel good being in space, right? Is that cool? This next one is our donations QR code. So once you slide over and get the survey one, I want you to slide over and get the donations one too, because how much money did y'all pay to get here tonight? It was free $99, all right? Make some noise for that. Make some noise for that, right. We're only able to host events such as this, programs such as this, free of charge for our community, for the Bay Area, for our young people, from contributions from folks like you out in the audience, right? So if you scan this QR code, there are 2 options for you, right? You can give as much as you want to give, right? That could be as small as $5, $10, $20, $30, $50, $700, $3,000, $372 million. If you got it in your bank, we will take it, all right? But I'm saying that to say that whatever you give is a love offering to make sure that we're able to provide spaces for our young people. Are y'all inspired tonight? Are y'all feeling the warmth and the love and the intention of our young people tonight? In order for Youth Speaks to continue to have events such as this, we need some monetary contributions from our community members. So if you so kindly can just scan that QR code, toss us some coin, we would love for that. Additionally, as a one-time donation, you can also become a monthly subscriber to Youth Speaks, right? So that looks like $30 a month just given to Youth Speaks throughout the course, and we would take all that and continue to, and continue to have events just like this for you in our community. Is that cool? All right, so what y'all gonna do first? You gonna do what? And secondly, I'm gonna do what? Give that coin and give us your voice. Thank you so much. Enjoy your intermission. Use the washroom, grab some snacks, and see y'all in a few minutes, okay? DJ Black Woman, rock us out.
Sleeping with the gin, now that was the sin that did Jezebel in. Who you gonna tell when the repercussions spin? Showing off your ass cause you thinking it's a trend, girlfriend.
Let me break it down for you again. You know I only say it cause I'm truly genuine. Don't be a hard rock when you really are a gem, baby girl. Respect is just the minimum. Still defending them now. Lauren is only human. Don't think I haven't been through the same predicament. Let it sit inside your head like a million women in Philly pen. It's silly when girls sell their souls because it's sin. Look at where you be in. Hair weaves like Europeans. Fake nails done by Koreans. Come again. Yo, a win-win. Come again. A win-win. Come again. My friend, come again. Yeah. Guys, you know you better. Watch out. Some girls are only about that thing, that thing, that thing, that thing, that thing, that thing. The second verse is dedicated to the man, more concerned with his rims and his Timbs and his women. Him and his man come in the club like hooligans, don't care who they your fan, Papa Yang. You got yang. Let's not pretend. The one that pack pissed out by the waistman, crissed out by the casement, still the name of his basement. The pretty face man claiming that they did a bid, man. Need to take care of their 3 and 4 kids. Been the face in court case when the child support's late. Money taking, heartbreaking, now you wonder why women hate me. And the sneaky silent man, the punk domestic violence man, the quick to shoot the semen, stop acting like boys and be men. How you gon' win when you ain't right within? How you gon' win when you ain't right within? How you gon' win when you ain't right within? Come again. Yo, come again. The red drink, come again. And 6 drink, come again.
I invented sweat. Popping bottles, putting supermodels in the cab. Proof. I guess I got my swagger back. Truth. New watch alert. Few blows. Or the big face rollie, I got 2 of those. Arm out the window through the city, I maneuver slow. Back, snap back, see my cut through the holes.
Damn, Yeezy and Hov, where the hell you been? Talking real reckless, stunt man. I adopted these niggas, Philip drumming them. Now I'm about to make them tuck their whole summer in. They say I'm crazy when I'm about to go dumb again. They ain't see me cause I pulled up in my other bins. Last week I was in my other bins. Oh, your diamonds up, cause we in this another again.
Photo shoot fresh, looking like wealth. I'm about to call a paparazzi on myself. Live from the Mercer, run up on Yeezy the wrong way, I might murk it. Flee in the G450, I might surface. Political refugee asylum can be purchased. Everything's for sale, got 5 passports, I'm never going to jail.
I made Jesus walk, so I'm never going to hell. Couture level flow is never going on sale. Luxury rap, the Hermes of verses. Sophisticated ignorance, write my curses in cursive. I get it custom, you a customer. You ain't custom to going through customs, you ain't been nowhere, huh? And all the ladies in the house got them showing out. I'm done, I hit you up, man, nah.
Welcome to Havana, smoking Cubanos with Castro and Cabanas. Via Mexico, Cubano, Dominicano, all the plugs that I know. Driving Benzes with no benefits, not bad, huh? For some immigrants, build your fences, we digging tunnels. Can't you see we getting money up under you?
Can't you see the private jets flying over you? Maybach bumper stickery, what we're overdue? Jay is chillin', Yay is chillin'. What more can I say? We killing them. Hold up, before we end this campaign. As you can see, we embodied the damn lames. Lord, please let them accept the things they can't change. And pray that all of their pain be champagne.
Paradise. DC. I put it down for a place called Queens. You know I represent the 213. I hold it down for the big city. I keep it gangster for all my young G's. All the PYTs with their own car keys. I put it down for all the ladies. It's all about you.
Skinny fat.
It's all about you.
Alibaba. It's all about you. Lucy Pearl. All over the world.
It's all about you.
We gon' dance to this one for sure. I tried to look the other way, but there you passed me by. I saw you holding Q-Tip's hand, and girl, I damn near died. The way you hold that Cosmo just fits you to a T. But I just wish that you were sitting right next to me. I wonder what was on God's mind the day that He made you. I know He wrote a new commandment after He was through. But every time I see you, I find something new. But I just gotta have you. I really want you. I just gotta have you. I really want you. I just got to have you. Me and nephew Snoop was eating at the servant's food, and my partner Skinny Back was sitting with us too. And all of a sudden, your body was inside. I couldn't finish breakfast. Now something just ain't right. That Snoop is looking like, what the hell is wrong with you? I said, I know you understand you've been through a few, but this one was special, special to me. Is it just my imagination killing me, girl? You, all I ever want is you. I just got to have you. Now all I really want is you.
I can't fake it no more. I can't take it no more. I need you in my life for sure. My wife for sure. No turning back, and it's on and cracking. Pure satisfaction. Girl, that's what's happening.
I appropriate game, you know my name. Abstract list and them bad times split. A man need a lady, no matter the kind. A diamond shining like you know it's hard to find.
Time brings change, and change brings time. My nephew wants you, cause you so fine.
A woman choose a man is a real motif. Make your choice, cause me and Ray, we never have beef. Me and Snoop, we go hard. Real macaronis. Why you think that we want to have a ceremony? Snoop Dogg.
There's something special about you, baby boo. I need to know right here, right now, what you really wanna do.
Going down like this forever and a day. Now what you hear is not a drag, cause Mr. DJ Quick got a brand new bag. But first I gotta bang bang, a boogie for the boogie to the rhythm of the ghetto streets. Check it out now, you tryna give me some 8-ball, but no way. I'd rather have a mimosa with Cristal and OJ. Yeah, just a little something bubbly and tingly to have me walking around naked. But wait a second,
the function zone around midnight. What time is it? Are you inside? Available to come and play? Give me a clue so I don't have to.
What's up, everyone? What's up? What's up? What's up? Let's make sure we make it back to our seats because this is the 1 minute warning. 1 minute warning before intermission ends. Students, make it back to your seats because I'm gonna call you to be on deck.
do it at my house. My front door's open so homies get busted out. And ladies, if you come and leave your children at the nursery so you get slow on the anniversary. Feel me, I dip, die. So don't be looking stupid when I unfasten your bra. You know you wanna mac this because I come stronger than the IRS whenever you done got the link one on your taxes.
Now here I am, staring at you. I need a drink. You need one too. Who is your friend? She don't look nice, but I know she will. Later on
pipe. Mustard on the beat, Debo, and rap. He a free throw, man down, call her Amber Lambs. Tell him breathe, bro. Nella new to the cross, he walk around like Tizo. What's up with these jabroni air? Trying to see Compton, the industry can hate me. Marlon, they mama, how many options you really got? I mean, it's too many options. I'm finna pass on this body, I'm John Stockton.
Hey,
you have to buy more guy watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show.
Are we ready? Are we ready to get this poetry prelim 10 poetry slam started? Oh, hold on. Not everyone made it back to their seats. I'll let some people get to their seats. Hold on. Come on in. The show is getting started. Now, are we ready for this teen poetry slam? Make some noise. Okay, there we go. Much better. Now, on deck, we have Alexandra. There we go. Now, on deck, we have Alexandra, but coming to the stage. Alexandra, you on your way? There we go. Thank you.
Ain't no love boy, you ball boy, fetch Gatorade or something.
Now, we have Alexandra on deck, but coming to the stage, we have Hope. Hope, come on up.
Yo, that's conniving, then get his face Johnson, I'm glad these Rose came home, y'all didn't deserve him either. From Elijah down to Central, and now speak on Sabina. Your homeboy needs a Puma, that pivot of moving flocks. That name gotta be registered and placed on neighborhood watch. I lean on you niggas like another line of walk. Yeah, it's all eyes on me and I'ma send it up the pot. Ay, put the wrong label on me, I'ma get them dropped. Ay, preaching music and I won't pass the ox. Ay, how many stocks do I really have in stock? Ay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5.
You got it, bro. Take your time, poet.
I am ethnic studies. It runs through my veins from my ancestors 3 generations before and after me. Yes, I think I'm the shit. I'm that bitch. I deserve it all because it's mine. Tell me why you think you deserve the greatest of all time. There is royalty inside my DNA. Kleptocracy is what made yours. We are not the same. I am the blueprint that makes up your red, white, and blue, bitch. Hold on. I don't think you heard me. Listen closely. I am the blueprint that makes up your red, white, and blue, bitch, so you can never be me. No matter how many TANs, fans, or lands you think you have, think you own, think you control, you can never outdo the doers, and that is on our soul. I'm from the Bay. I rap that shit hard. When I walk in a room, heads turn as they should. And when the vibes are not right, my Uncle 40 told me when to go. So you cannot make me feel as though I don't belong in a place me and my people originally owned. So don't be surprised when you see all that Make America Great Again shit be erased. Project 26. My project, our project, and it won't be denied nor declined. If you have a problem with that, say it with your chest and we'll bring our guns. Not as a weapon, but protection, because my blackness is deadly in the eyes of the founding fathers and it's little peasants that run around and serve them as if they are still here. But that's fine. I'll be the villain in your story because you won't be in mine. I'm the one who frees my people from Americanized, always telling lies, backstabbing, wannabe victims, murderers that this country loves to patronize. So with that being said, fuck ICE, fuck MAGA, fuck Donald Dumbass Trump, fuck America, bring back Turtle Island, free Palestine, from the people, to the people, for the people. Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop, say what? Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop, say what? Now what?
Cause girls is
yes, Hope. Yes. Now, crowd, that woke you up, right? Yeah? Oh, yeah. Now, on deck we have Ronan, but coming to the stage, we have Alessandra.
As a child, your biggest fears are supposed to be spiders, the dark, and though they both terrified me, nothing scared me more than reality. The fear of my father being taken, dragged across the dirt ground of this country we call home. I mean, seriously, home? This place is barely a house. No, a home builds families. Instead, this country rips them apart, shreds them into pieces like pieces of paper that are meant to be discarded. They stomp onto our land, take our culture, our resources, then gonna tell us, come to America for a better life. But what better life? Forcing a system onto our people for us to fail and terrorize households and rip apart dreams. And yet they say the US is the land of the free, but how free can you be? Tied up in chains, mark the American dream, working us until we gone pale, tell us we will become diamonds. As the pressure builds and builds, as if the weight of the world has been placed upon our shoulders, let it crush our so-called diamond bodies on copper skin, but we were never meant to be diamonds. We come from the earth, beautiful and brown, forever glistening like gold that's worn around our necks. So no, I will not be your diamond. Thank you.
Yes. All right, you guys. Coming to the stage, we have a fantabulous poet. And on deck right now, we have coming to the stage, we have Ronan, but on deck, we have May. Come and get sized up, May. Come on, Ronan. Show us some love.
You say that you can hold your liquor, but I remember the flashing blue and red, struggling to free yourself. We hold you from above, desperately trying to calm your flailing limbs. You are only going to hurt yourself. So you're pinned to the concrete. Police want to contact your parents, but you refuse to surrender. After the door shut on that squad car, I never wanted to see you again. You say that you can hold your liquor, but as blood flies across the street, I can see when the liquor hits your brain. And boys try to become men. Men try to become boys again. You are pressed against the wall. Adolescent masculinity pours onto the sidewalk. The urge to prove their strength is exactly what makes them weak. Who am I to judge their character when it is them who cannot even speak? You say that you can hold your liquor. Our family tree disagrees. Spasik was drowned below the depths, hit the clear waves too much for his liver. My grandfather looks down holding his glass. In the other, he holds his baby brother, head split from a drunkard's bottle. Still, he won't see you a man until you put your lips to that ocean. I say that I can hold my liquor, skin hot with the crimson flush, stumbling in the knee-deep water. My vision is blurred, trying to hide from the heat, the cloudless sky. rotates around me. You rub my back while my stomach unloads. I can hold my liquor. I can hold my liquor. I can hold my liquor.
Thank you, Ronan. Now, on deck we have Zoe, but coming to the stage, please welcome May.
I've always felt connected to the earth. Something about the way the soil feels between my fingers or the sensation of willow branches caressing my neck. I secretly wish to wake up under a summer sky, lying in a field of sunflowers, feeling the breeze creep down my back. I want to walk along the boughs of a eucalyptus tree and write poems in the hollow of its trunk. I want the ocean to carry me around its shores at sunset. The poet Rabia once wrote, "The sky gave me its heart because it knew mine was not large enough to care for the earth the way it did." And I wonder if a piece of my heart ever touched the sky because I feel so rooted to this earth. Because some days the sun is so seductive, she makes me want to melt into her being. I wonder what the trees have witnessed, what the soil has tasted, what the leaves have heard. I wonder if water knows it's sacred or if the sky can feel the wind. I imagine nature believes the price they've paid is far too expensive, understands the conditions they're expected to withstand because Mother Nature adopted us into this world. She welcomed us with open arms, unaware of the burden she had introduced herself to. In the beginning, she combed our hair and let the sun tickle our skin with forgiving heat. She sang us lullabies every night and spoke of galaxies and nebulas and listened to us wish on stars. She let the moon nurse our broken hearts and wash the sorrow from our souls. And how did we thank her? How did we repay her for the kind, gentle hand she drew? We tore her apart. We paved roads along her hips and built cities on her back. Smoke creeped up our mother's throat and we watched it billow out her mouth. We ran up and down her spine and installed pipelines into her veins and polluted her bloodstream, installed pipelines and sewer drains in her intestines and let our waste expel into her organs. We think we can manipulate and destroy the force that granted us life, but we stand on this ground unknowing that Mother Nature would take us down with her. Because I know damn well the ocean would swallow us whole if it wanted to. I know the wind would beat us to our dying breath. I imagine that the trees would root us down and let the soil bury us to the earth's core and watch us burn. But nature is much more forgiving than that. They know their power exceeds the limits to human perception. So instead, they give us warnings. They gave the sun permission to burn the land we stole and watch us starve. Let the ocean wash away our homes and steal our souls. I believe this battle of man versus nature will never end with a winner. We need to rebuild our earth and from the scars from her land. Because I believe we still love our mother, even to our dying breath.
Thank you, May. Now, on deck we have Kaden. Yes, give it up. But coming to the stage, we have Zoe Sullivan. Please make some noise.
Mushoku Tensei, Jobless Reincarnation, is one of the highest rated animes. 8.4 out of 10. In other words, it's one of the best. Self-insert dubbed in English, Americans love it. A show about a hero. The main character, Rudius Grey Rat, is a hero. There are entire subreddits about how great he is. He's just like any other man from this world. He is from this world before he's reincarnated. He's what so many want to be, saves people, talks about peace, kills monsters. He has a great character arc, minus the scenes, which happen every minute. And he never realizes he did anything wrong. He just gets stronger and stronger. But he is a hero by every definition. A hero, so it doesn't matter what else he does. Doesn't matter that he tried to rape a child. He becomes practically a god, the highest power. He is a hero, and he keeps raping women. I first watched it with my sister when I was 14, she was 10, and it changed something, ruined something. Popped up highly recommended, only forgot to mention it's only recommended for men, only recommended for pedophiles. Forgot that little girls are people with feelings too, or maybe they just didn't care. My sister quit watching because who wouldn't? But I had to see the ending because there must be some moral to this story. Why else do people like it so much? It has to get better. It has to get better. He has to stop. He has to realize what he did was wrong. He has to stop. He has to stop. This has to stop. It has to stop. Why won't it stop? When will this stop? But it doesn't. And I stopped watching because I realized it was never going to get better. He's still a hero. A hero, what does that mean? I was told a hero is a great man. Does great man mean rapist? And the boy watching learns that this is what a hero is. Why should he be disgusted? They never bothered to mention that sexual assault is a crime. And the girl watching learns she is just an object, a side character there for the hero's pleasure. The woman is the witch and the villainess just for speaking up. She doesn't even get a main role. The heroes are everywhere, not just on the screen, but court cases, TV, right in front of people's eyes, backstage, politicians, presidents, and doctors. People ignore everything because they've been taught to love the hero. His word is truth, and it's always the woman's fault because she smiled. Society keeps teaching that lesson over and over, but they are wrong because she is not an object to be used at someone's leisure. My sister is not an object. I am not an object. And we are worth just as much as any hero.
Can't read my mind. I'm undefined. I'm just beginning.
Beautiful, Zoe. Now, on deck, we have Zosha. And coming to the stage, we have Kaden.
I wish I was less understanding. That I could have said I didn't see it coming. The second the butterflies swarmed in my stomach, I knew I had fallen harder than I said I would. My heart, more weight than you could be bothered to hold, yet you said you loved me. I don't know what angers me more. You for saying those words, or me for believing you might actually mean them. Some might say it's silly to feel so much for someone new, but can you blame a boy for dreaming that maybe this time it's more than fleeting excitement? Maybe this time it'll last. My friend said it's just the wrong person, just the wrong time, but I say it's a pattern. A heavy curse I carry. I am so easily loved and so easily forgotten. It feels familiar. This situation, it's almost familial. The way you never text, never call, like the first man I ever loved. I wish I was less understanding. I wish I didn't know that I looked like my mom, and that probably kills him. I wish I could let go of my rage. But every child that pops out feels like another stab, another reminder of the parent I could have had, but for some reason am unworthy of. Some say blood runs deeper than life, and that it keeps you tied to those who should care about you most, and maybe that's why I get so cold in the winter. Because it's been years since our blood has run through my veins. It usually gets caught in my heart, causing aches, makes it feel like maybe I really am too difficult to love. And I mean the real kind. Not just the words that slip out so easily of the men in my life. I wish I couldn't understand that you were too young to know what my lifetime would hold for you. I wish I didn't know that I'm your most painful reminder of a fuck up. I wish I could forget that you were ever there in the first place. I wish I could forget that you were ever there in the first place. Maybe it'd make it less scary when my messages are left unread. Maybe it'd make me feel more sure of someone else's capacity to hold on to me, but instead I know how easy it is to let go.
Okay, this music is killing me, DJ Black Woman. Stop, turn this off. We have a crowd here. Pull up to the scene with... Don't turn it off. Okay. This one is for me, y'all. But coming to the stage. On deck, we have Alana. Yeah, so come on up, get size. Coming to the stage, we have Zosha. You got this. You killed us.
Okay, I guess I want to be tall. Leg tall, not neck tall or torso tall. I want to be long, leg long, face long. I want to be concise. I want to be concise at the cost of anything, even my bones. I want to be suggestive while fully clothed. I'm going to pinch back and bring in and hem, but I want to eat so many almond products that I can serve as one of those bomb-sniffing canines, but for people with almond allergies. And I want to write from either side of my holstered hips in a way that is precise and considerably slick. I want to be thick-boned, full face at 80. I want to walk belly forward like a foot-flopping 3-year-old. I want to be warm while naked, got that padding for my throat when I jut my jaw to say, I want to write. I want to write my toenails to be surgically prevented from growing into my flesh, made to look all mangled like my father's. I want to eat so many mango-flavored products that I turn perfect mango yellow, rejecting any jaundice allegations out of very sound mango-breathed logic. I want to be approached for romantic purposes on a New York City street and refuse with a flat face-facing palm and a low-hung head shake. I want to vote casually and roll my eyes across the ballot box in a way that says, what are you gonna do? Shruggingly. I wanna itch without ever breaking skin. I wanna stuff my virginity into an envelope that hides behind an ornate and poorly balanced wooden frame showcasing stamps of the supposedly dead queen, whom I am secretly patriotic towards. I want to vocally dispute all supposed deaths of every celebrity whose death has supposedly occurred until a CIA agent head nods me in the direction of the disguised hotel where these supposedly dead celebrities are very much alive and keeping one another company. I want to squint smile at waiters when they serve me penne al salvatore as I stare ominously through a newspaper-covered window at the boy who rejected me 16 years prior who inconveniently opted to dine outdoors. I want to watch movies in between airplane seats, movies with flawless opening scenes whose subsequent image showcase the bare chests of established female actors. I want to ride bareback on horses, as in I am naked and the horse is fully clothed. I want to face my back towards an audience and believe that they can still hear me. I want my knees and elbows to touch the way dogs do as I run epically through a children's baseball game. I want to pinch up my hand skin and watch it return to the bone snailishly over 2 minutes. I want to have the self-control to not tickle someone when they expose their armpits to me. I want to be the subject of Pulitzer Prize-winning poetry. I want to dog your book pages maniacally and make a passionate mess of the public library. I want to die absurdly in a freak accident I disturbingly predicted perfectly. I want to leave poems unfinished and blame their incompleteness on the aforementioned freak accident. And I want to break the fourth wall until our rooms become one. And I tell you, I want to...
Please don't tickle me, Zosha. Now, on deck, we have Daya. There we go. And coming to the stage, we have Alana. Kill it.
Keep the body, take the mind. It started with slavery, but it is a tool my oppressors still utilize. Value the part that makes you a prophet, then take apart the rest bit by bit until there's nothing left. Like eating an apple, we bite what we can and throw away the core. Once we've decided we don't need it anymore. Our lifespans were decreased by decades. Our will to live day by day began to fade. Tired of being thrown in the trash, sometimes we sliced ourselves in pieces before our masters could ravage. A form of resistance in the greatest manner. You will not make money from my dehumanization and blood splatter. To this day, our bodies are still commodified. Use us for our talents and swag, but it's all a costume you can take off when you're no longer satisfied. Every kid wants to make it out the hood. So you push us to rap on tracks and smoke backwoods, and when the pressure to succeed gets too much, you take all the money you've made from us and tell us good luck. You pour Patron down our throats like liquid libations to upkeep the vocal cords whose sounds have sustained your family for generations. But just like the Israelites, you serve a false god. Move from one to another, whichever produces the largest cash wad. And once you've milked all you can, once you've milked us of all you can, you move on to the next that can help you build your brand. Leave us to fend for ourselves. You taught us how to make money, but not how to retain it. So in 12 months, it's gone, and we're back to working 12-hour shifts just to live. Every kid wants to make it out the hood. So you tell us to pick up a football and it'll all be good. Work day and night, play hard at every game, and just maybe you'll break out of these chains. I mean, earn all the money and fame. Kaepernick compares the league to a slave auction. Measure your height, weight, capabilities, and they'll decide if you're a good enough option. In the league, your body is no longer yours. Work on their schedule, train every muscle till it's sore. Doesn't matter if you need a break, only that their profit increases. And when your contract is up, you're kicked off just like apartment leases. They value the body, but not the contents inside. Tell them you need a mental health break and they'll say their hands are tied. Every kid wants to make it out the hood, but so many believe they never could. What if I want a life more than music and score? What if I want more than the sanctity of my life being based on whether or not I can touch a backboard? What if I want more than a life of obedience in which if I fail to achieve, my name will become a headline? What can I do to have a life with more? How can I be more? How can I dismantle the expectations they have for me when they first set their eyes upon my brown skin? How can I succeed and be everything they never planned for me? I think every black kid grows up with something to prove, the need to show people that we can still win despite how much we lose. Whoa. I'm here today because I want to win. Yeah.
Sizzle dance. Sizzle dance, I said. Can I do that this?
Yes, Alana. Now that's how you wake the crowd up. Amen. Now, coming to the stage on deck, we have Aylin. But there we go. Teens, do I have to wake y'all up? Y'all are coming to the stage now. On deck, we have Aylin, but coming on up right now, please welcome Daya.
Innovating, modernizing, technologizing, we claim our world is changing, yet we're constantly trying to use big words and misleading labels to convince our world we've progressed and we're able to do what we once couldn't. Maybe part of that is true. Or maybe we're just better at disguising what we've repeatedly failed to do, make materialistic changes that attract enough attention to divert from following true morals, which are dismissed by pure intention. Really, our world is nothing but warped definitions. There's nothing as riotous as seeing a Black man arrested because he protested against gun violence. Standing on the Tennessee State House floor, he rightfully demanded action for an issue clouded by avoidance and inaction. They called this act unlawful. They called it breaking a house rule. He called it exercising his moral obedience to be a voice for the people of those schools. We watched the most fundamental human rights be stripped in the most gruesome way. And I ask myself, what is justice in our world today? A worker was arrested for providing humanitarian aid to migrants crossing the border. He was just offering food, water, and shelter to young men in order for them to have some support and sustenance after walking through desert night and day, yet somehow basic human kindness is criminalized by our government today. And you may argue that they were crossing the border illegally. But to that I ask you, why do you think they feel the need to cross in secrecy? It's because orders like Title 42 have denied migrants the right to seek asylum, returned over the border, turned away over 2.8 million times, and families and children were ordered to travel alone. There was no option left if they wanted to go home. So when the government declared Title 42 would end, they expected people to run to the wall based on past trends, but when the crowd was quiet and the people were few, their restraint only reflects the fear and trauma migrants have been through. Humanitarian aid should not be a crime, I say, yet there are workers like these still punished for doing things the right way. So I ask myself, what is justice in our world today? Our generation is too educated to be making uneducated decisions. We define our future, but right now we're living like we're the last ones in it. You don't have to have a powerful status to say powerful things. True power comes from within, not a superficial ranking. So say what should be said. Every one of you do your part. Each one of you stand up. It's never too late to start. Let's reteach our generation what justice is at its heart. Thank you.
Talking about Daya. All right. Now on deck, we have Ollie. There we go, Teen Poets. And coming to the stage, please welcome Aylin.
I was born a woman, skinned knees under pleated skirts and flowers pinned in braided hair, summer dresses, ballet flats, bloody uterus that gushes red 7 days a month. I was raised on princesses and protests because the world wanted me to be delicate and dainty, because my mom was born a granddaughter to a woman who didn't have the right to vote. Her mom didn't have the right to open her own checking account. My mom took me to protest, protect our right to an abortion, and I have learned to walk, carrying these women in my spine, chin up, demand attention from a room that doesn't want to grant it. I have learned to rage at the world around me raw, my knuckles bruising as I curl my fingers into fists. To be a woman is to inhale violence. To be a sister is to throw it back, and there is pride in painted nails, sharp enough to gouge, joy in skirts that dance with you when you spin round and round in circles. Mother, daughter, mother, daughter, mother, daughter, mother, daughter, mother, daughter, mother. Our eyes look the same, dolled up in mascara, hips and hands and hair. I have 2 X chromosomes, so cross your legs and smile in a bright red formal dress. I was born a woman, and I grew up into a softer jaw and heavy chest. I fell forward into puberty and came out the other side looking exactly like my mom's high school photos. Womanhood is a legacy that I carry on my shoulders, and womanhood is a burden. It buries me. I was born to this, but I am not a woman. People look at me and see something that is female. I'm aware of my appearance, the way my voice is pitched, but I do not lay claim to sisterhood, can't find joy in femininity. My girlhood was implanted in me, hot and throbbing, bleeding, bruising somewhere in my chest. I pulled it out in strands, bloody from the effort, but I can't peel off my appearance. I stood up with tired hands and a sweaty brow, declared myself not a woman. Was it worth it? I am still assigned the expectation of femininity. My life would be easier if I let myself sink under the waves of misconception, bow to those assumptions. I could smother my androgyny, suffocate the chant of not a woman, 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 not a woman. I could let myself choke on it, and my life would be easier. I'm not doing that. Easier isn't always better. I am not a woman. I think it would kill me. This is killing me. I've been wearing pronoun pins over t-shirts from the men's section at Target. I am begging, stop looking for a woman. You won't find one.
Yes. Now, on deck, we have Sienna. And coming to the stage, please welcome Oli.
My home was born with Sunday linen eyes, with hair like wood smoke, with sunset lips. My home christened herself in cigarette hole arms, in a live wire rib cage, in clay pot teeth. My home learned how to barter and she forgot all about trade. My home got open legs, got black blue knuckles, got a glass bowl belly, pack mule shoulders, and most importantly, she got a hostile womb. My home broke her own heart between her canines. She moved the hell on because this world won't stop and won't slow for nobody. My home sways to every smirk and whisper like it's the radio, sways her body like she's lost at sea. My home don't believe in nothing. Counts rosary on a piece of fickle twine, holds service on her seasick hips. My home makes love to blasphemy. She slits her wrist to prayer. My home sits out back, rolls dollar bills just to smoke 'em. My home got lockjaw from shaking hands. My home drinks like a woman just to act like a man. My home writes lipstick red suicide notes. Sieved her own skin into a punishment. My home, she was born into the house of jealous lovers. And it is there that she is so desperate to stay. My home thinks that I know better than the lever. Sticks to my heart like this God-given ache. Takes me outside, gets me on my knees and wails wild about how she is going to shoot me. My home thinks that I'd rather it be done. Thinks herself 1,012 two beautiful things. A songbird's crucifix, a brothel smear. My dreams in which it is Adam who ate the apple. My dreams where she is not caked in sin. My home takes me back. She takes me outside to shoot me, and this time I'd rather it be done. I left my last dollars on the counter so she would let me remember. Every limb, every litany, every song she ever sang to me so she can roll 'em up and smoke 'em. So she can keep swaying in her seasick way, keep drinking up the moonlight, keep trying so desperately to birth herself anew. I hold my home close, and I know there ain't no fire in her pupils. I can only see the raindrops in her hair. And I hold my home close enough to kiss her. And when I do, I learn that there ain't nothing but a body, that there ain't nothing but a shell. And it is then I know that there is nothing left but for me to forgive her and pray one day that she'll forgive herself.
These poets tonight. We still have our energy, crowd. Okay, good. On deck, we have Isaiah. And please welcome to the stage, Sienna. All right, everybody. How amazing were our poets tonight? Right? So, we have only 2 poets left for tonight. And the poet that's on deck, they're a raffle poet. So teens, have your tickets ready because the next poet coming to the stage is number, who's our closer, y'all? Who's our closer? Oh, wait, we pulled this number already. Sorry. That was on me. Okay, sorry. Hold on. Technical difficulties. One more drum roll, come on. All right, almost dropped it. Number 3555753. That's yay! Now this poet is our final poet of the night, but please, big, warm round of applause to Isaiah.
Fairy tale as 2 eulogies. I think I owe my Uncle Sean a poem, if for nothing else than his ugly sweaters. He was Christmas time walking into my grandma's house. He was the elf on the shelf enthusiast. He was magic. He was a little drunk, but down for board games on late living room nights. Him and James serenaded us into December 26th. This was hay atop houses. This was warm cookies and milk. This was true love. And I think I owe him a poem, if for nothing else than the hug he gave me when James died. I'm 13. Standing in the garden he grew, in the same spot where his elf on the shelf collection had stood a year ago. They weren't all attached anymore. And Sean said quietly into my shoulder that it had been rough, tears seeping. I guess constantly acclaiming about the magic of love can't convince cancer. And the last picture I saw of James didn't even look like him. And I can't imagine what that was like, watching him fade away right in front of you, knowing it is not your fault, and still it will happen, and you will just be there, healthy but helpless, tending to a garden that may die, wiping 2 sets of tears. I think I owe them both a poem, if for nothing else than the way they were convinced my mom was a Disney princess. She would blush and Dad would smile, and Sean cheered that our family is gold. After all, he was a cheerleader in high school, and I think I owe him a poem for the burns. He was always a light, and then more than 70% of his skin was gone, and I think that's what he had been feeling like ever since he found James's corpse in their bed. Everything in his life was turning to ash, and he kept getting robbed, and it must have felt telegraphed. All that he accumulated ripped away from him in a matter of seconds, left with the memories and nothing else. The 2 of them used to tell the story of how they met. It was some fairy tale shit. Sean first sees James bartending. Sean says, "I think I'm in love with you." James replies, "I had to get back to my shift, and I don't remember the rest, but it must have been awesome. And if I could hear it again, I wouldn't drop a word. I would make it into a movie, I promise." The last time I ever see Sean, it is Thanksgiving, and he's been drinking too much. He is in and out of the hospital. He is still down for board games. He is still calling us miracles sometimes, and he is still missing James. I hope, at least, that he is not anymore. That he is still being vibrant somewhere. That he would have liked this poem.
Amazing job, Isaiah. Yes. Give it up for all the teen poets that are in the building, y'all. Yes. Really give them a round of applause. They are here reading original poetry for this audience here tonight. Original, y'all. They wrote it. They are up past their bedtimes to be here and give you poetry. Thank them, okay? It's a school night. No, it's not, it's the weekend, it's a weekend. All right, now, for our last and final poet, I need to see some big energy, people, okay? Oh, y'all ready? Welcome to the stage, yes, Elias! Kennedy Elias.
My Grandpa John is a kind man, and he would take me to train museums when I was younger because I freaking loved trains. He worked on the ones in New York City. Sanding the parts between each car, I found that fascinating. He was born in an internment camp, Japanese, and imprisoned from his first breath. It's something my grandpa says was hard on his mother, though in truth he says they were lucky, saved by Quakers, some religious group I admittedly know too little about and was one of few who thought the camps were problematic. Grandpa says it was a gift. Says it motivated him to join the Peace Corps, elaborates and says that's why it took him so long to complete college. He still loves the DR and has always been amazing at oversharing, and he explains to me over a dinner that goes too long because it's already dark outside. He's trying to do it till 90, and I hope he makes it. My dad does not know that, John. And I think there is a reason he says your grandpa instead of dad. Your grandpa is quite the character, isn't he, Elias? The stories he has are of a father, not a man. The father that took 12 years to complete college, then went on to buy a business he couldn't run, put their family in difficult times, couldn't get my dad tennis lessons. Dad's still using it as an excuse for his skill now, and he has a point, so I turn him and say, yeah, a character. Because when I try to tell him I disagree, I think of how my grandpa couldn't pay his bills while my dad was in college, couldn't give my uncle a place to live through high school, so he was forced to bunk with a friend for 2 years. And now he hasn't figured out how to use a phone yet, so he's always out of touch, and my dad reminds me, you didn't see your grandpa for 5 years. I don't think that side of my family does apologies well. I haven't heard either of them say it once, but I think they just fix things. Grandpa tries to give Dad Christmas gifts through me, and every once in an argument, my dad tells me that he's getting calls from Grandpa saying how happy the old guy is to have a son. Every talk I have with my grandfather ends up being about my dad. Not how he was as a child, but how he is now. Colleges and successes are what interest him, and he's pleased with how my dad's found that. I've forgiven Grandpa John, but he was never mine to forgive. He picks up my calls. It's why my dad communicates to him almost exclusively through me. Perfect is not a word I would use to describe either of them, but I would never hate my dad. And I do not know my father's dad because it would seem he does not have one and it is only your grandpa. He understands, so I nod my head and say, yeah, he's a character. He's also family. Thank you.
Amazing job, Elias. One big warm round of applause to him, because he sure did that poem. How have you guys enjoyed the Teen Poetry Slam? Was it amazing? Yes. Was it dope? Yes. Do you guys want to come to another? Yeah. Thank you. Now, I just want to say, all of you poets, you did beautiful, amazing work. None of the scoring here reflects you personally. This is just about poetry, and we've got to say we heard 26 out of 26 beautiful, amazing poems. Give it up to yourselves. Now, I want to invite all of our poets who performed tonight, please stand up and come join me on stage. Such amazing talent, such amazing work. And as these poets come on stage, I'm gonna kick it off to our host for the night, Brandon.
If you heard some great poetry tonight, say yeah.
Yeah.
Say hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. All my amazing poets, please gather together at the center so we get a little photo opportunity before I announce everyone's scores. Please compress, gather at the center. Come up a little bit, come up a little bit. There you go. And everyone, while our poets are up here taking a picture, I need the maximum amount of hype available. I need everything left in your bodies. I say hype it up. Even more. They not done with the picture. They not done with the picture. Keep it up. Keep it up. That's what I'm talking. I think we got more in us. I think we got more in us. Beautiful. Aren't all of our poets so amazing and radiant? Say, we see you, poet. You fly, poet. You shining, poet. And without further ado, it is my pleasure to announce since we have a tie in here, the top 11 poets moving on to semifinals. Tied. Please give it up for May and Hope. Please keep your applause going in 9th place for Zoe. Now, next, give it up for our next continuing poet, Alana. Give it up, give it up, give it up for Spokes Isaiah. Keep that same energy for Zamira. And in 5th place, put your hands together for Sienna. All your love in 4th place for Aylin. Now we are in our top 3. We still got more love to give, right? Yeah? Okay, keep that same energy in 3rd place. Drum roll, please. Put your hands together for Simi! Give me another drum roll, please. And give it up for Dawn! Our last drum roll of the night, y'all. In first place, winner of our second prelims, give it up for Zosha! Amazing job, poets. Reminder, please stay on stage for the closing poet huddle. And let me reintroduce to the entire room our KQED live events producer, Taylor Crenshaw!
Well done, poets. Poets, y'all brought the house down tonight. Can we get another round for these poets? Yes. What do y'all like to say, Brandon? The point is not the poem is the point. Did I do the remix? Oh, I said it right? The point is the poetry, and y'all really did poetry well. I can't wait to see y'all on the World Laureate stage. Please remember me, pay my bills. Guys, we are at the end of the night. Remember, KQED is here to inform, involve, and inspire. And I hope that you guys have been inspired to keep coming to more events here at KQED. Y'all like the studio? Yeah. Well, we do even more. Expect over the next 3 years, more events at KQED coming to you in the cities across the Bay Area. Actually, our next event is our handmade home market. We will have plants, we will have linens, we will have products by artisans, and on March 19th, we have the Dumpling and Dim Sum Fest at Oakland. I heard you say, ooh, ooh! I felt the same way. I'm drooling right now. Be a member. We do cool stuff all the time, and please get home safe. Good night. Congrats, poets.